Emiru has accused Mizkif of sexual assault, domestic abuse, stalking, harassment and blackmail. If Twitch doesn't ban Mizkif for this, then that means Twitch allows sexual assaulters to roam freely Mizkif on is the platform. Could be asmongold says he
Emiru
regrets
alleges that Mizkif gave her a black eye by throwing his phone at her face.
Heartbreaking news. Mizkif has been found alive this evening at age 30.
Look, some people need to be gone, bro. You know what I'm talking about? In order for shit to get better. He one of them.
Mizkif. This nigga is cooked. Emiru has accused Mizkif of SA, domestic abuse, stalking, harassment, and blackmail. I say SA because I don't know how YouTube. There might be some people who look at this video and say, this dude is just making a video on the situation because he wants views. Do I need views? Hell yeah. But someone has to be more honest about it. You know, it's been a while since a nigga got in front of a camera and just said pure hatred towards someone because of what they did. Let's roll the clips.
I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I have attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself. But like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done.
Listen to one of the things she said. Blackmail. We're gonna get to that in a little bit. And you're gonna know exactly when that's gonna be up on the screen, but it's not right now. I mean, I'm one of the niggas who saw it and was like, oh yeah, this nigga's guilty. Cause again, I already didn't like the nigga. If Twitch doesn't ban Mizkif for this, then that means Twitch allows cultures to roam freely on their platform. This was one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video. Nina, Zoe Spencer, and Silky Durag's assistant, they had an altercation where Saeed didn't want to get twerked on by the girls. And they forced him to get twerked on. Now, obviously, some niggas gonna be like, oh, but at the end of the day, if the roles were reversed. Well, it turns out that those two streamers did not get banned for about half a year. Until yesterday, they got banned. How long did Zoe Spencer get banned for? 24 hours. A slap on her wrist. And this is stuff that's happening on his platform. This is on camera. This is a live stream on his platform. He's the CEO. I'll be so surprised if he gets banned this year in 2025. The hate farm the CEO. The CEO has some problems. And I saw someone tweet out, Twitch is worse than Hollywood. I don't think it's worse than Hollywood, but it's basically Hollywood. It's like Hollywood. It's Hollywood but on the internet. So none of it's real. Take it to court. Asmongold says he regrets platforming Mizkif and feels somewhat responsible for the emiru situation. Asmongold, this isn't about you, nigga. Let me stop. I'm joking. I would also probably say the same shit on stream. If I put on my mans and 10 years later shit is at the peak of getting in fucking saying that he is a fucking weirdo, I would be like, yo, my bad, bro. I put that nigga on, and y'all niggas know I put him on, so now I look crazy. It's like, alright. So obviously, I'm gonna chill on Asmongold. But look though, Asmongold, this is what you want to hear. It's not your fault, dude. Alright, this dude literally covered up an assault that happened at his house and someone I even forgot. Ring camera footage of him yelling at his girlfriend while she caught on the floor and like hitting her or some shit. That's a real video of, like, what, 2 years ago? Emiru alleges that Mizkif gave her a black eye by throwing his phone at her face. Yo, I tell you, he beat her, he throwing phones at her, like, roll the clip.
He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him, like, I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah.
Once again, banned this nigga on Twitch and she gotta press charges. I saw a Twitter shit saying she was gonna get a restraining order. No, nigga, press charges, nigga. Yo, I'm telling you, yo, I would've been mad charged, yo. Emiru knows a lot of people in the space, but behind the scenes, she probably know a Jew or two. Get them Jewish lawyers, yo. You gon' an old clip of Aiden Ross calling out Mizkif, claiming he's done something crazy we don't know about, just resurfaced. I'm calling it E-Hollywood. That's my shit, by the way. So if any niggas start saying E-Hollywood, remember this shit, yo. I started that, yo. I don't care if niggas gonna watch this saying that's not gonna catch on. Any shit I say catch on, yo. All the slang y'all kids be saying, that shit catch on because of me, you heard? And that's facts, nigga. Oh, and that's facts, you heard?
And also, I want to say one thing. For Mizkif and Hassan, for all you guys saying my audience is too young to vote, listen, bro. My audience is young, yes. But a lot of these people could vote my chat. And Mizkif, you act like your audience is not full of a bunch of fucking weirdos too. Didn't you get caught doing some crazy shit, bro? Hassan, I literally can't wait for your shit to leak. I just know you're a weirdo. Everyone's gonna come back to this clip. It happened to Dr. Disrespect. It happened to Mizkif. It happens to all these guys, bro. All y'all are fucking weird as fuck. Me, when I fuck up, when I do some weird shit, bro, guess what? It comes out right away. Motherfuckers know who I am. I got nothing to hide.
Emiru reveals that Mizkif threatened suicide because she had more viewers than him. Nigga, it's your girlfriend. Wow, I mean, look at this nigga face, bro. Like,
People start saying, unofficial Miz raid, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me. He's saying, like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. I waited, or I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. Basically he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it. I had higher viewership than him. And like I said, this is during an event, so there were drops. Like, everyone knows when there's drops, like, it's not even fucking real. But yeah, there was a time that I walked into a room that he was in, and as soon as he saw me there, he threw his phone at the dresser and started yelling because I had posted a YouTube video within the same couple of days as him, and mine was doing better. So basically, I felt like I was kind of stuck in a loop where I felt like I had to constantly perform and, like, prove my value to not be thrown away. But at the same time, if I ever performed too well, I was gonna be punished for it.
hey, Mizkif, you're good. Take a week off, man. Now, this is the SA part. Roll the clip.
And I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high, because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And, I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And, instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, "I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go." And he immediately left my house while I was still crying, without, checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers around us, or, like, you know, making things weird for viewers. I know that probably sounds crazy, but, like, I just felt this pressure, like I had to try to keep things together, if that makes sense.
Niggas be weird, bro. What are you trying to do by removing the part where she says he shoved his hand down her pants and that's when she screamed? Fuck you trying to mislead people about SA or gross. Yeah, just to clarify, the order we know that happened when he tried to put his hands in her pants, that's when Scream said fuck no. The clip page is worse, but look, no means no. That's for all the niggas out there. Starts kissing him, she lets him. He initiates to something more, she says no. He immediately jumps off and feels bad, walks away, somehow is SA. That is the problem with clip pages. Made this clip, it's fucked up, just like what we just read. He reached into her pants, and that's when she screamed. If you want full, beautiful context, either watch niggas like me, or you watch the entire VOD. Some niggas don't want to watch the entire VOD, that's okay. That's why you come to niggas like me. Here we go. Mizkif just went live on Twitch to explain his side of the story after emiru accused him of FSA, domestic abuse, stalking, harassment, and blackmail. Rolled the clip.
I haven't even gone on Twitter. I saw other things and I'm like, damn. But I've been around for 10 years now. A lot of you guys know. I am pretty far away from this stuff at this point. But I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from these people in this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it. But I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not? Go crazy. Who cares? Who fucking cares? But before that, I would like to address everything that was said today. Okay? Let's get some yos in chat first. Maybe some tryhards. It's perfectly fine. Go ahead.
Now, I hope y'all caught what he just said. Can y'all run that back, production?
Fine, and I've already been doing it. People in this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it. But I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on, because I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on.
Nigga, what? I gotta make this shit where it's like half of his face and half of Diddy's face, or vice versa. I don't know yet. But
what the fuck?
I have so much shit on other people, and you know what? I'm releasing the shit as time goes by. Why? Because why not? If I go down, everybody comes down with me. Who does that remind you of, my nigga? You defending Mizkif behind the camera? It's not gonna matter. He's gonna expose you anyway. Mizkif explains how emiru would neglect her own rabbits and didn't give them food or water and left them outside in 100-degree weather. Good shit, Mizkif. That's a good power move. He's sexually assaulted me. He's a weirdo. He's a word. She don't feed her rabbits, you heard? Instead of either coming clean or defending myself, I'm gonna point some fingers like I'm a 5-year-old and say she doesn't feed her rabbits. It's literally some child shit. Mizkif accuses emiru of domestic violence because there was violence on both sides, because I guess she threw plushies and he punched holes in the wall and threatened to kill himself. Hold on.
More aggressive, and shouting began to increase. I was not perfect, and I reflect on the situation's poor taste in myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Annie was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the wall.
Hold on, run it back.
The situations got so bad, but Annie was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes. But Annie was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, but Annie was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and but Annie was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and
I know niggas who getting boxed by that girl. She throwing clothes and plushies. You know when girl is mad and they gonna throw shit? Yo dude, him victimizing himself is the saddest shit I've seen all day. Because he's 30 years old. You know, you see in movies, or maybe your ex did this, arguing, get out, and she just grabbed everything around her and throws it at you. That's not fucking violence. That's not shit. Girls was gonna do that when they mad and saying get out. She gonna throw anything near her, nigga. Clothes. She threw your fucking drawers at you. She threw plushies at you. You threw a fucking iPhone 16 at her eye, and you sexually assaulted her. She doesn't feed her bunnies. Bah. One more shot. She threw plushies at me. That's a good one, man. That's a good pull. Unfortunately, it ain't go fucking nowhere, dude. Maybe that's his power play, to make the situation unserious by bringing up shit that is irrelevant. What the fuck are you talking about? What needs to happen is a new CEO. What needs to happen is Mizkif getting some charges pressed on him. Either he goes to jail or he loses every fucking valuable asset. But what emiru needs to do is get a Jewish lawyer to make that shit happen. A rookie Jewish lawyer would take all the assets this nigga has, I'm telling you, Mizkif addresses the SA accusation. I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped. I immediately sprung up and was scared I did anything wrong. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable. Wish I said sorry back then. But you didn't. You did some weird shit. You see she's with it. You didn't even say the easiest fucking word. Sorry. Niggas say sorry every day and don't feel sorry. The least you could do is say this shit and not even genuinely feel sorry. You genuinely did not feel sorry, and you didn't even say sorry. The least you could do is say sorry. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable. If it made her uncomfortable. If it didn't make her uncomfortable, then it's cool. But if I made her uncomfortable, I wish I said sorry back then. Oh my gosh, if it did. Oh, ChatGPT, hold on. Because I thought that's what she wanted. She is bawling her tears out. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the reason why she was crying is because of his and her situation. He saw her bawling her eyes out because he's an asshole, and in his mind is like, obviously this is what she wants. I wish I said sorry back then. Do I say sorry now? No. But I wish I said sorry in the moment so that this wouldn't have came to light. Do y'all see the manipulation tactics? Because if I said sorry back then, this situation wouldn't have, hopefully, by God, the situation wouldn't have been here right now. If it made her uncomfortable, though. I don't know if it did. Mizkif, Dan Clancy, and Hassan.